Yeah, good day, guys. Happy Christmas to my fellow Christian brothers and Happy New Year in advance to everyone. Now, you are welcome to St. Kingsley FX. If this is your first time of visiting this channel, I want to beg you, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified of reliable content anytime I drop one. Many people still believe that Forex is a scam. Many people still believe that Forex is easily manipulated. But the truth is, many people don't know the principle that guides trading. So that is why they trade and they fail. Now, this is a market, XAU USD. I want to use it as a case study. If you look at this market very well, you discover that there's a kind of spike around here. Why do we have a spike? Why the sudden spike? Why the sudden increase in price? Why did the price suddenly shoot up at that zone? Now, these are the things we are going to be considering. Very, very simple. Now, the first thing that I do before I take any trade is, yes, I first know the trend of the market. That is the first thing. I try to know if the market is in uptrend or downtrend. And remember our slogan in Forex, you don't trade against the trend is always your friend. So you consider the trend of the market and which time frame is best to consider trend of the market. It is higher time frame, not lower time frame, because there's a lot of noise in lower time frame. So there is always a switch in trend in lower time frame, but it's always best to note your trend through higher time frame. 1 hour is okay. Now if you look at an hour chart, with that you can able to know the trend of the market. Now if you look at this market very well, you will discover that this market is an uptrend, and this is because my candlesticks, they are closing above moving average 21. You see, this gold line here is moving average 21, while the purple line below it is moving average 50. And you know that when moving average 21 is lying above moving average 50, it is always uptrend, especially when it is done in hourly chart. And you know, when you now see candlesticks closing above moving average 21 and moving average 50, you should know it's an uptrend. So definitely this is an uptrend market. That's the first thing that I consider. Now, after that, the second thing that I will consider is, now I've known that this is an uptrend and I am going to buy. I am not going to sell. I won't take the risk to sell. I will buy because it's an uptrend. You know, all of us, we have diverse means, diverse method of trading. This is my best method of trading. So I'm buying. Yes, because an uptrend, I am going to buy. I'll be looking for buying opportunities. Now, having known that, now the second thing that I will consider now here is I will apply my trend line. Yes, to note the important touch. Yes, if you look at this very well, this trend line will help me to know the support and resistance points. Yes, this trend line will help me to know the support and resistance points. Now, if you look at this very well, this is the first touch, this is the second touch, this is the third touch, and this is the fourth touch. You understand? Having known this now, you should know that any touch on this line will definitely there is always a high chances of it going up when there is a touch on this trend line. Now, but I don't just use that alone. I don't just use that alone. Even if there is a touch on my trend line, I still make sure that that point where there is a touch, that there is always a key level in that place. So I don't just pick any touch as a reliable touch. Now this is the first touch, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth touch. Now that's another thing that I note. Now the next thing that I note here, now I will try to note the key level on my market. I love noting the key level. And if you look at this place very well, you discover that this place is a key level. Yes, this is one of the key levels, is one important point here. Now, having noted this key level now, what else do I have to note before I buy? Now, the first touch, the second touch, we have the first touch here, the second touch, the third touch. Now I'll be going for this fourth touch. I'll be buying here, and the reason why I am buying is because there is a touch on my trend line, and there is also a form of retest. If you look at this very well, you discover that these candlesticks broke here, broke the key level, and came back to retest. And that point where it came back to retest is also a point where there is a touch on my trend line. You see that there is a retest on my key level, and there is also a touch on my trend line. Did you see that? Two things happening at that place, in that place at the same time. So there is a kind of confirmation. So I consider the trend of the market, I consider the touch, I consider the key level. Now, the last thing that I now consider is Fibo. I love Fibo so much because Fibo will give me the go ahead to enter into market. Now, if you apply Fibonacci here, you will discover that there is also a kind of touch on 50.0 level. And you should know that when you are applying your Fibo, 50.0 and 61.8, they are strong level in Fibo. When there is a kind of touch on 61.8 and 50.0, there is every tendency that there is going to be a reaction. Now, having noted this now, I have considered the trend, I have considered the key level, and I've considered a kind of touch here. Now, consider a kind of touch on my key level, and I've applied Fibo. Now, the last thing that guides me into the market is the candlestick. And this candlestick, make use of candlesticks in 15 minutes. So I will switch to 15 minutes time frame, and I look for a bullish engulfed candlestick since I am buying. And if you look at this very well, this is a bullish engulfed candlestick. Did you see that? A bullish engulfed candlesticks. Did you see it? So when I have a bullish engulfed candlesticks in lower time frame, especially 15 minutes, is a kind of buy. Yes, bullish engulf is a kind of buy. So with that, I will enter into the market with ease. And even when you now consider my stochastic here, you will discover that my stochastic here is telling me that I should buy, because it is now here, it is in buying zone. Did you see that? That's if you want to make use of an indicator. That's the only indicator you see here. If you see this, it's saying I should buy. So let me recap the whole process from the beginning again. Now, I said the first thing that I do, please watch, my people, watch. This thing is very simple. The first thing I do, I take note of the trend of the market, and this is an uptrend. After that, I will apply my trend line to know the support and resistance zone. So support and resistance zone. This is number 1 support, number 2 support, number 3 support, and number 4 support. I said after that, I now take note of the key level in the market, and I said this is a key level. Now, don't forget, I told you, I said I will wait for a touch on my trend line and at the same time a touch on my key level. When I see these two things together, I will now apply my Fibonacci. Yes, very, very simple. Now look at my Fibonacci. If you look at my Fibonacci, you discover that my Fibonacci even told me that there is a kind of retest on 50.0 level. You see, there's a kind of retest on 50.0 level. So when I see a retest on 50.0 level, I switch to a lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame, to check out the candlestick. And when I came to a 15 minutes time frame, I was able to note this. This is a bullish engulfed candlestick. Now, having seen all this now, this is buying is telling me to buy, and I will be buying. So guys, I don't want this video to be lengthy. I will be stopping here. Please, I am open to mentorship. If you want to be mentored, you can can chat me up. I will drop my WhatsApp number at the description column, so you can chat me up for mentorship. I will train you and you will enjoy trading. Trading is very easy. That is, if you are able to follow the basic principles that guides money making in forex. Once again, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. I want to beg you, subscribe. Let's grow the channel together, and turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified of good content anytime I drop one. And once again, I want to use this opportunity to wish my fellow Christians a happy Christmas and happy New Year in advance. Thank you very much, and wait for the next video. Peace out.